Mo, the Bengals offensive line. Talk about them.
The offensive line's been impressive so far this season, and they can get better. Wouldn't say they're great. Running the ball, they've got to do a little bit better job. Actually, have to do a lot better job, especially as the weather gets colder. But the job they're doing in keeping Andy Dalton on his feet can't be talked about enough. Andy has a lot to do with that. He gets rid of the ball quickly, and the offensive system has a lot to do with that because it calls for, quick drops, him getting rid of the ball quick, and staying on his feet. That said, they're doing a good job of pass protection this year. Seventh best pass protection numbers in the NFL according to Football Outsiders. But I look at this offensive line, which is playing well. Not great, but well. Playing better than last year. And I see a unit that flies in the face of the frequent criticisms, and oftentimes accurate criticisms, this team gets. Namely, development. Nate Livings was a guy who was undrafted, 2006, has been starting for the last couple of years, part of an offensive line that was among the best run blocking lines in football a couple of years ago. He's been okay this year. Kyle Cook, undrafted guy. They've developed him. They've developed Andre Smith. Maybe it was too slow, but they've developed him. They've developed Andrew Whitworth, homegrown guy. They're developing Clint Bowling. Oftentimes you also hear, well, they ignore the offensive line in the draft, and that's just not true. Bookend tackles. Andrew Whitworth, second-round choice. Andre Smith, first-round choice. This year, Clint Bowling, fourth-round choice. 4 of their last 21 first or second-round picks have been spent on offensive linemen. Maybe that's not enough. Maybe that's below the league average. I don't know. But it seems to me when the draft has screamed for them to draft offensive linemen, they have. Now, they let Eric Steinbach get away. Maybe they shouldn't have extended Levi Jones. But with the draft, those are offensive linemen they needed, and those are offensive linemen that helped. You also hear that they don't invest. All right, Andrew Whitworth just signed a contract. By the time it's over, if he plays the full 6 years, we'll pay him nearly $33 million. Bobby Williams is on his third contract. By the time it ends this year, the Bengals will have paid him more than $12 million. They just invested in Kyle Cook. And they invested wisely with Andre Smith because they didn't exercise the option after 2 seasons. He is still making first-round money. That's a good investment. Now, again, maybe there's not a Pro Bowler on this offensive line. Andrew Whitworth is playing himself into one. Maybe Andre Smith will realize that potential, and maybe it's not here. But we talk about this team's inability to develop. They've developed offensive linemen. This team's unwillingness to invest. They've actually invested rather heavily on the offensive line, and their unwillingness to draft or even go get guys in free agency. Bobby Williams was a free agent that they've re-upped twice. This team has done that as well, and for all that we beat up on the Bengals for, a lot of poor decision-making, I think you've got to give them credit for sufficiently addressing, to this point, the most important area on a football team. Email me your thoughts, mo@espn1530.com, and shoot me a tweet at Mo Egger 1530 in Houday.